Hello and welcome to the demo video. My name is Boston Otagi and I'm one of the founders here at TradNova. In this video I'm going to be showcasing you guys how TradNova works, the basics, and just what sets us apart from other trading platforms when it comes to note-taking and journaling. And we will be adding backtesting soon, so stay tuned for that. Now, when you first enter the app, the first place you're taken to is the dashboard. As you can see on the left hand side, it is the first one. And from the live trading dashboard, you could go to recording a new trade, you could go straight to adding a journal entry and viewing your analytics. Now on the dashboard, it's just a basic overview of all your trading analytics. It doesn't go much deep into it. But one thing I really like about this is that it shows your total P&L for each day on all the entries that you've added. And if you click on the day, it shows all the trades you entered and the journal entries. So you can see all that from just one click of the button, which I think is very convenient. Now your next thing you want is the trades. This is where you add your live trades. Now it doesn't matter if you trade forex, options, futures. We support all. You just have to enter the data. Now let's say you were a futures trader. NQ. Let's say it was a short, and your entry price was 22650, and your exit price was 22600. Let's say you did two minis, and let's say you made $2,000, right? And entry time, you could add this. This is just to get a basic overview of how long your trades are on an average day. So 10:14. Let's just say that same day. Let's say it was 10:18 a.m. I took the trade. I exited the trade. Stop loss, take profit, trade notes, and trade screenshot. All of these are optional. Just know that the more you add, more deeper the AI insights that I will be showing later on will go into and give you much better feedback. And so let's go ahead and add a photo just so you guys see how that looks like. Right? Let's say add trade. And yeah, after you've added the trade, it will pop up like this. And you can view the trade by just clicking the view button. It shows the full picture. And if you need to edit it, let's say you messed up something, you can do that right here. So next is the journal. The journal is where you enter your trades for that day, or let's say you didn't trade for that day, you just want a journal. Basically what you do is you press enter journal, you tell, okay, entry title could be whatever you prefer, but let's just say I traded NQ today, so I'll just name it NQ. And my thoughts and reflections, let's just say I felt confident in my strategy, but I had a psychological problem. I won today's trade, but did have Alright, let's just say that's it. I was feeling confident. I had a bit of FOMO, but I was patient enough to wait for the next setup. And lessons learned. I might have won the trade, but there's always a lesson learned. So say just don't let FOMO get you, and that's exactly what I did. Pretty basic stuff. You can get as deep as you want to it, but this is the demo. And mistakes made. I'm just saying no mistakes made. If you made a mistake and still won the trade, then obviously you can put that in there. You got the strategy you used. You can say what type of market condition it was. This is all just it's data for the AI insights to use to help you later on with any questions you have. And let's go ahead and add a screenshot. Create entry. So there you go. When you first open it, this is how it's gonna look like. If you want to see the picture better, you just press on it. It pops up fully. If you want to get a full view, you open like this, and shows everything over here, very organized, and the photo too as well by just clicking it. Now it shows all the lessons you've learned from throughout all your trades and the mistakes. It'll put all of it in these two. You can see here, but if you want to see like a more simplified version, that's there. And next is the analytics. The analytics basically takes all the trades you've added and gives you a really deep analysis of it, and to just give you an idea of how your trades are looking. Maybe you want to look at a pattern, or you want to see how you're doing. Gets very deep into it. I will be showing you guys on my personal account how this looks, because I do have multiple trades entered into there. And yeah, now for the notebook, this is where you could add your notes. And as you can see, I had this before just to show you guys how it looks. We also have these columns that you can add. I think people want to be a lot more organized. We have folders. that you can add. You could drag these into. So let's see. Press like this button, boom, and it's in there. You just open it, boom. Now AI insights. Now this is what really sets us apart from our competitors, and I think that people will like a lot to give them an idea. Now in trading, 90% of it is psychology. We have an AI specifically for psychological insights. It also does give you insights on other things, but it does focus on psychological mainly. Obviously, it's giving me a 75% score because I barely added one trade. Like I said, the more information you add to your journal and your notebook, the more accurate this AI will be because it takes the data from your notebook and your journal and uses it. Not only does it address your problem, it also gives you a solution. It's crucial to address the FOMO feelings documented. Use this awareness to refine your entry strategies and avoid emotional trading. So, what's the solution? I should document my feelings, see how I'm feeling, and identify them. Same thing over here. It basically just shows you how you can be a lot more disciplined because once again, if you're not disciplined in trading, you are not going to be successful. Goals, basically these are solutions to problems maybe you didn't even realize. For example, the trade I just entered, I never entered a stop loss. So now it's saying introduce a stop loss for every trade to protect against potential issues or losses. Consider setting take profit targets to secure gains before emotions and after decision making. So yeah, I didn't set a take profit or a stop loss, and this is what I got from it. So as you guys can see, it does take data from your trades, your dashboard, everything throughout the app. Lack of risk management, gives you solutions to solve your problems, and the overall summary. I think this is very convenient. I think it'll help someone a lot. You introduce them to things they didn't even know they maybe had. And yeah, so the next thing, guys, is the AI mentor. This could also, I think, will help a lot to any questions you have, to any problems you have. It can provide a solution, or or if you do have a solution, it could possibly provide a better one. So let's say you have a psychological problem, right? I keep revenge trading after losses. How can I stop this pattern? Let's go ahead and see what the answer is. Revenge trading is like texting your ex at 2 a.m. Never a good idea. It is often driven by emotions and your brain is wired to react impulsively. You've had a one trade with a $2,000 win, so it's easy to get overconfident. Start by identifying your triggers. Keep a journal like you've done, but focus on your feelings after each trade. Make a solid plan and stick to it. Think of trading like a diet. One slip doesn't mean you throw it all away. Set clear boundaries for yourself, and remember it's about consistency over time, not just one trade. So not only does it identify your problem, but it also provides a solution. It also creates real life analogies to make it more relatable and maybe help a trader better understand what it's trying to say. Right? For example, revenge trading is like texting your ex at 2 a.m. There's no AI that speaks to a person like this, which is how we know that our AI is specialized in this. You could go to any other AI and you will not be getting answers like this. And like I said, keep a journal like you've done, but focus on your feelings after each trade. So it's telling me to just journal my feelings after each trade and make a solid plan and stick to it. Alright, the next is your account. You could add a total amount of, let's say you're trading a 50K funded account. You have a $2,000 balance because that's the drawdown and that's the max you can lose. So you put $2,000 and boom. Now my account's $4,000 because I've made $2,000 and my initial account was $2,000. Now let's go ahead and show you guys real quick how mine looks like, so you guys have an idea of what it looks like when multiple trades are added in. Okay, so as you guys see here, I'm currently on a 50K prop funded account. These are all the trades I've entered. As you can see, no journal entries with that one. Had a journal entry and both my trades. As you can see here, same thing over here, same thing over here, and over here. My account equity curve, which is basically just my total account net worth. Let's go to my trades. I've showcases all my trades. You can see everything I've added, all my data. And then next is the journal entries. Now these are all my journal entries. I had photos of all of them. I actually do use the app myself, you know. And let's go to lessons. These are the lessons that I've put in and the mistakes. You know, I could always go over this before my morning trading, you know, make sure I don't repeat any mistakes. And yeah, now let's go to analytics. This is how the analytics really looks when you enter real data. You know, it's not much, but it is enough to, you know, show you guys to get an idea of how it really looks like. You know, now what it does with the best trading days is it takes the greatest and puts it from greatest to least. And same thing with the worst, greatest to least. It goes to my performance. So as you guys can see, it provides accurate results. Right here, win-loss distribution, accurate performance day by week. It gives you all this data. Very easy to use. The app overall is very easy. It's not very complicated to look at. It's very simple. Right here, I have all my stuff. I'm not going to go into there because it is personal. I can't show you guys this though. plan of attack this week that I had, my weekly outlook. Another thing that you could do with the journal is you could change the lights. You can make them dark or light, whatever you prefer. I prefer it to be dark. And yeah, the AI insights. Now, this is a more better AI insight. Why? Because I have real data. Now, let's see. The trader frequently exits trades early due to fear. As noted in the July 15th entry, developing a structured exit plan can help maintain targets trades until targets are met. So, yep, I did. So, in my journal, I do talk about leaving my trades early, and that's what I identified. So, now it's saying develop a structured exit plan. So, let's say I don't know how to develop a structured exit plan, and I go to the AI mentor. Let's see. Boom. Asked the question. Let's see. Leaving trades early is like leaving a movie before the climax. You're missing out on the best part. A structured exit plan can help you stick around for the run for the full story. Start by defining your profit targets and stop loss levels before entering the trade. Think of it like setting your GPS. It guides you to your destination. Also, make sure to journal your reasons for exiting a trade. When you reflect on those moments, you'll start seeing patterns in your decision making, just like you wouldn't change things without looking. You'll need to deliberate about your exits. Stick to your plan and just remember, discipline is key. So, I identified my problem and it gave me a solution. Now, what was that solution? The first one was define what my profit targets and stop loss levels are. Now, let's say you don't know how to identify profit targets and stop loss levels. Well, you can ask that as well. How do I know? I know what are good stop loss take. Boom. Ask that as well, and it will give you an answer. And as you guys see, also told me to make sure I journal my trades, journal my reasons for exiting a trade, because if I journal my reasons for exiting a trade, I'll notice, okay, I am leaving this trade early because of this, and if I stick it with it longer, it will result in this, which is a good solution. Finding a good stop loss level is like setting boundaries for a game. You need to know when it calls it quits and when to celebrate a win. Start by looking at the stock's historical price movements. Key support resistance levels are your friends here. They act like road signs guiding you. You can also use a percentage of your entry price or average true range for more dynamic stops. Just remember, it's about balancing a risk and reward. Make sure your take profit levels is at least double your risk. If you're risking $100, aim to make 200. Stick to the plan and you'll feel more confident in your trades. So there you go. It gave me a really good stop loss plan and take profit. And the answer was key support and resistance levels. So in other words, other jaws on liquidity. That's basically what it's saying, which is all you need. That is a very good stop loss and take profit level. Thank you guys. That pretty much concludes it for the demo vid.